finding some kind of hope to hold on to. I was able to regulate my cycle, by the way, with diet, lifestyle, healing my gut. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alex, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys a little bit about POI grief, the grief that you feel when you get diagnosed with POI. I'm also going to be updating you on how I'm doing post-treatment, and I'm just going to be doing all of this while I get ready, while I do my makeup. If you are new here, I was diagnosed with POI 2.5 years ago, and like everybody who gets diagnosed with this disorder, I was devastated. It felt like my world was ending. It felt like my worst nightmare coming true. I fell to my knees. I couldn't believe it. I was in denial at first, all of the things. So I'm going to talk to you about that. But first, I want to give you a little update. I recently got adipose PRP done on my ovaries. So that is a procedure where they inject your own stem cells and a platelet-rich plasma into your ovaries in hopes to get them working normally. I was already having regular cycles before I did this, but I am also trying to get pregnant, and I was still not getting pregnant, and my progesterone levels are always on the low end of normal. I was able to regulate my cycle, by the way, with diet, lifestyle, healing my gut, and doing acupuncture. I've done like a lot of different things, but the first things that I did was change my diet and clean out my bath beauty products, make sure everything that I'm using on my skin and around me, in, on, and around my body are all non-toxic and do not have any endocrine disruptors. With that, and with the diet and with acupuncture and then healing my gut, I was able to regulate my cycles and have, you know, pretty much normal hormone levels for most of the time. I am a little bit of a rare case of POI because I never lost my period. But my hormone levels were low. Anyway, I got adipose PRP done in order to help my body to get pregnant and to help with my progesterone levels. It's a relatively new procedure. It's supposed to last anywhere from 8 months to a year, and it can take like up to 3 months to take effect. And that seems to be what's happening with me, to be perfectly candid. So I was in my luteal phase when I got the adipose PRP done. So that cycle was unaffected because that cycle was already set into motion for I got the adipose PRP. So I was in my luteal phase, which is the phase right before you menstruate, and then I had my period, and the next cycle back, I had like 5 to 6 days of fertile cervical mucus, which is really good. And then after that, I believe the next cycle after that was anovulatory. And now, and I may be missing a cycle in there somewhere, and now I am on another cycle, and I'm on cycle day 15. I have not had any signs of ovulation happening. I am not tracking with LH strips at the moment because it's triggering to me and I just wanted a break. But I am very in tune with my body, and I have been trained to read certain symptoms and things to know what is happening with my hormones. Like more or less I can tell where estrogen is at, or if, progesterone more or less, I can't really tell because it's never really super high for me, but with estrogen I can kind of tell when it's really low, or I can tell when it's high, and it's neither at the moment. It's sort of, I think that my ovaries are trying to work because I've had like a couple of days, I had like on cycle day 8, I had a little bit of cervical mucus that would indicate that estrogen was starting to rise, but then it kind of went away. And today I had a little bit of cervical mucus that indicates that estrogen is trying to rise, but it's not very much. And I'm still having my heart palpitations, which I get when my hormones are, not ideal. So they get really bad when my hormones are really low. They tend to get really bad in my luteal phase. It's all linked with my metabolic health, my cortisol, which is dysfunctional and low because I have adrenal fatigue, and I usually have high fasting glucose, and estrogen and progesterone. Everything is linked with my heart palpitations, my ovulation, my ovarian function. I am working on that with my functional medicine doctor at the moment, but anyway, so that's where I'm at right now. I talked to Dr. Murphy, and he told me it's perfectly normal for my ovaries to be in shock. It's a common reaction. And I've also talked to Amy. If you're new here, I am in Amy Raup's community, and so I am there for Q&As every week. I'm in her like e-course community. So I talked with her this morning, and she said yes, it's normal. She agrees with Dr. Murphy. Obviously, they know what they're talking about, and that I shouldn't worry. So that is just the update that I'm passing along to you. I'm not worrying. I am just accepting that things are where they are, and that's just the way it's going to be. And I am going to try and find an acupuncturist because that is something that I can do to try and help my ovaries to recuperate. So I was going to acupuncture for a couple of years, and it helped me a lot. And I would love to go back to that acupuncturist, but they're not in my network, and it was getting really expensive. So I found another one that is. I kind of really wish I could go back to my other one, but I am trying to hold out hope for this one, and hopefully it'll be good. See, I'll give it a chance. If I don't like him, I don't have to go back to him. So yeah, I'm going to do that on Monday, and I'll keep you guys posted. If I have like any positive signs or anything, I'll, you know, post it on my stories on Instagram. So if you don't follow me, go follow me on Instagram. You know, it's best for you to follow me over here and over there. I give much more in-depth information over here, but if you want like updates as soon as I get them, then you should definitely follow me over there. So anyway, let's go ahead and talk about grief. Being diagnosed with POI is so hard, guys, and I am with you. I feel you. I know. I can remember. I have visceral memories of the first time that my doctor called me and left me a voicemail telling me I had almost no eggs left. And as someone who was trying to get pregnant, that was the worst news that I could possibly get. I didn't even know that women had a finite amount of eggs at that point. I didn't know how my body worked. If you see me looking over here, I'm really sorry, but this is my mirror. Anyway, so I had no idea how my body worked. I did not know that women had a finite number of eggs, or that was, you know, that's technically the accepted dogma at the moment, is that women have a finite number of eggs. I don't actually believe that, and there's current research showing that actually might not be true. That's not to say that we have the same fertility that men do. Women definitely have a shorter reproductive window, but there are suggestions that it has more to do with metabolic health than genetics, the age that you enter menopause. I didn't know any of this, and I was devastated. I was so devastated. I fell to my knees. I couldn't breathe. Those first days were I was just sort of in this dark hole, like my life was ending. It was so terrible. So if you're there and you found this video, I want you to know it's not over. There's hope, and I know that these new treatments that are coming out don't work for everyone, but there are new treatments coming out. There's very promising research with stem cells, with exosomes, and just showing that the women who sometimes, you know, adopt a healthy diet and lifestyle can even reverse it and things like this. And I know that there are girls, like teenagers, who are diagnosed with this and they never fully go through puberty, and I'm not sure about how the treatments are going to work for those girls. But the thing that I want you to take away from this is that your life is not over. You are not less of a woman because your ovaries don't work or because they don't work normally. Your body is not failing you. Your body is doing the best that it can in the situation. I'm sorry, I'm tearing up. Just have compassion for your body, because our bodies want to do their jobs. They want to do their jobs, and they will do it if they can. So sometimes we just need to find the way for them to be able to do that. So adopting a better diet, living an anti-inflammatory lifestyle. The first thing that I just want you to know is that you just don't lose hope. There is hope. You can still be a mother as well, even if you can't get your ovaries to start working again. If that's the case, you take hormone replacement therapy, and if you want to be a mother, then you can do donor eggs. And that does not mean that the child is not yours. You can carry a child still. You can do adoption if that's what you want. And if this is not what you want to hear, I totally understand, because these are not things that I wanted to hear when I was first diagnosed. But I have opened my heart to the possibility of donor eggs. If I'm eventually unable to get pregnant with my own eggs, I have decided that that's what I will do. I will go ahead and go with donor eggs. And I know it's really expensive, but there are other countries where you can do this, like Spain. There's a lot of fertility research in Spain, so you can go to Spain and do donor eggs, or a lot of people do medical tourism, because in the United States it's very expensive. That is an option. So if you can open your heart to that being an option, if what you desire is to be a mother, then things will start to feel a little more hopeful. If you're in the throes of being diagnosed with POI, don't judge yourself. Just allow yourself to feel what you're gonna feel. Don't try and tell yourself what you can and can't feel. Don't shy away from the despair that you're feeling. You need to feel your feelings, honestly. And maybe, you know what, maybe you can't feel them right away. Maybe you need to just like sit and watch a movie and dissociate from reality, and that's okay. I remember, like, for the first 2 weeks after I was diagnosed, every morning I'd wake up and I would hope that it had been a bad dream. I just want you to know that I'm here now, and I'm happy. I'm happy. I have a happy life. I have happy days. I have hope. There's so much out there that you can do. Again, go look at my other videos of the diet and lifestyle changes that I've made so that you have something to go off of. And then also, just like, you can explore acupuncture. Acupuncture has been shown to be an effective treatment for POI. You can look into adipose PRP, and you can look into IV exosomes. There are functional medicine doctors all over the place that do IV exosomes. So I will link the Institute of Functional Medicine in the description for you so that you can go and look and find a functional medicine doctor in your area. There are lots of treatments out there. I will also link my video where I talk about different POI treatments. And just so you guys know, I'm not a mental health professional, obviously, and and I have like no business giving you mental health advice, but I have been through this myself before, and I was suffering from panic attacks before I was diagnosed. It was probably honestly linked to my hormones while I was having the panic attacks, but nobody thought to check those, so it was never properly linked. I just know that my saving grace honestly was just finding some kind of hope to hold on to, because you might not be able to accept this at first, and that's okay. If you need to think that it can't possibly be right, whatever you need to do is okay, as long as you're not putting yourself in harm's way, as long as you are not harming yourself or anybody else. However you are dealing with it is okay, and you need to allow yourself to be okay with that. Just to kind of pull all these ideas together, allow yourself to feel your feelings, reach out and find someone that you can talk to. That is super important. Somebody that you can confide in, even if they can't understand what you're going through. Just having somebody to lean on is really important. Also, another thing you can do is join support groups. I'm in Amy Ralph's e-course community, and that comes with a support group, and that support group, you guys, has helped me so much. So finding a support group is really important, but I'm sure there's probably like a Facebook group or something with women with POI, and going and talking with women who are going through a similar situation as you is really helpful. Third is to just find some sense of hope and know your conventional doctor is probably going to tell you it's irreversible. That's just the accepted view. But the truth is that there's new research coming out showing that it can be reversible. It's not for everyone, that's just the truth, but it can potentially be reversible for a lot of women. And so just hold on to that. And as you're holding on to that hope, also accept that even if those treatments don't work for you, even if your POI is not reversible, know that you're not less of a woman. Know that you can still get pregnant. You can switch out donor eggs, or there are other options to get to parenthood. Just be open to those. See if you can open your heart to those other options. Just having that as a backup brings you an enormous amount of peace. Like, it brings me an enormous amount of peace. Like, at this point, yes, I really want to be able to get pregnant with my own eggs, but if I can't, I am okay with going to donor eggs, and that gives me a sense of peace. You guys just comment here. I would love for this to be like a positive, uplifting community for women who have POI. Just comment below, get in touch with each other, chat with me. I'm here too. I can be your support system if you need it. Just follow me over on Instagram, DM me. I'm here for you guys. That's it for today, guys. I'm sorry. I hope this video was helpful. It was kind of all over the place, but it is what it is. This is a really rough topic, and I just hope that this can bring you some peace. And make sure you check out my other videos so you have more resources and you know where to go from here. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not already subscribed so you don't miss out on my future content. I will be keeping you guys posted with my fertility journey and my results with the adipose PRP. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.